Welcome in, listener. You're listening to a segment from the Slumpbuster podcast with Ju-Ju and Dre. Find the full episode on Spotify, iTunes, the Google Play Store, or our YouTube channel. Enjoy.
I mean, it's just more question you have to ask me in order for me to tell you about myself. I just can't give you a whole spiel. I don't even know where you're sitting at.
What it do, baby?
What's good, Ju-Ju? How you doing?
Nothing much, man. Just, had to say that before Kawhi Leonard officially gets that trademark on that. I did kind of find it funny. Is it not hilarious that for as flat of a personality that Kawhi Leonard is, he's one of the more memeable athletes in professional sports today?
So I think part of it is because he doesn't have that personality when he does try to bring it out, or like he does something, it's almost like awkward or a little bit cringy, that it makes for the perfect meme, right? Because that's what memes ideally are, is it's almost this like awkward or funny, cringy type thing that you just attach some words to. And so whether it's Kawhi Leonard laughing, right, or like even just him walking around, sometimes it looks a little bit funny or awkward. So
yeah, just that laugh alone, that haunting, ridiculous laugh that he has. And, the worst part about it, it's like one of the prototype Joaquin Phoenix laughs that he was trying for the Joker role that he kind of like threw out right away. That's the equivalent of what the Kawhi laugh is.
Oh, yeah. You know what would be so funny is if somebody took like, either the Joker movie or what's that one, Suicide Squad, and replaced all of like Jared Leto's or Joaquin Phoenix laughs with just the Kawhi Leonard laugh, and just to see how good of a trailer it would still be with Kawhi Leonard's laugh, just at maybe different speeds or something.
Could you imagine like a horror movie and like you're in a dark alley right there and you just hear that?
I would be freaked out. I mean, that's the perfect Halloween movie right there.
Dude, Kawhi Leonard is a scary man. Like, you look at those big old paws he has, too, the claw. You mix that with just his weird Terminator-like personality, and it just makes for the perfect movie villain. But like I said, he's, like, seriously one of the better internet memes out there today. And I think it's very interesting because I had a fun discussion for this show. What is the best internet the most memeable athlete we have in sports today? Because this week we had some great memes come out, honestly. So with the Monday night game, we had the whole cat situation where Adam Gase's cat somehow got loose from the Jets locker room, scurried on the field, and had more rushing yards than the entire Jets or Giants offense in a given day. And then this week, too, Baker Mayfield just randomly walks into his presser after having shaved his beard to his Fu Manchu to this mustache and just looks like a broken man on stage at the end of it. The Baker Mayfield's Looks Like meme is probably one of my most favorite memes in the last 5 years, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Like, dude looks homeless and tattered and beat up, especially just his facial expressions, right? Like, he knows that the season's not going well, but it's honestly super funny, super cool to look at. And then the cat, like you said, it's not necessarily an athlete, but a lot of people are starting to compare this cat to one of the starters, right, on the Jets or the Giants.
I mean, he was throwing some juke moves out there. He was elusive. He has a 99 elusiveness rating on Madden. That's why he's going to be my number one draft pick in fantasy next year.
Oh, I would believe it. He's quick. It's hard to get him, hard to contain.
Literal cat-like reflexes right there. So we've all seen the image of Baker Mayfield, but I kind of want to just read through some of these like Baker Mayfield looks like memes right now. So just mental image, you're picturing Baker Mayfield on stage with his overcoat and his old 40-year-old man mustache right now. Now, here we are. Baker Mayfield, your dad that went out for cigarettes and never came back.
All right, next one. That's pretty good.
Baker Mayfield looks like he sells insurance and talks about how he could have went D1 if it wasn't for his knee injury. All right. Baker Mayfield looks like he took 4th place in a Gardner Minshew costume contest.
That one's pretty good. if he had to look like another quarterback that's doing better than he is this year.
Let's see. Next one up. Baker Mayfield looks like the guy everyone thinks is the serial killer in a movie. Now, this is an important small detail in this one here. He's not the actual serial killer. He's just that one that's start of the movie. You're at the gas station. All the kids are at the gas station, right? Filling up their tank. And then there's this guy just in the store buying a pack of cigarettes and just grumbling the whole time. That's Baker Mayfield, right?
Yeah. You're like, that's the guy that's going to kill everybody. Hey, maybe he ends up coming in at the end and saving the day or something, you know?
Maybe.
That you thought was the bad guy the whole time.
He can't run some of these NFL defenders. I doubt he could outrun like some of these Michael Myers serial killer types.
Jason and Michael Myers. I don't know. Yeah. No, you're exactly right though. He looks like that creeper dude where you're like, we need to watch this guy. Like, I think he's the bad guy in all this.
Baker Mayfield looks like he tells high schoolers the dangers of drugs, even though he dropped acid in the parking lot before the speech.
Yeah, I can see that.
Right. Baker Mayfield looks like he found out he did not get the role of Pedro in Napoleon Dynamite.
So then he went for Uncle Rico.
And then I'll close it off with this one. Baker Mayfield looks like Cleveland has aged him in dog years. Dog pound. Whoop, whoop.
That's pretty bad. Yeah, and I'm sure we probably haven't seen all the gray hairs that he has from playing in Cleveland, especially with how touted that roster was this year, right? And
oh my God, it's just an absolute disaster. But like I said, is Baker Mayfield the best meme out there among professional athletes we have? Probably not, because memes and athletes, they just go hand in hand, especially when we consider NBA Twitter, Black Twitter, some of the best internet memes have come from Twitter. Not gonna lie. Crying Jordan, pretty much a Twitter meme in itself. And you can find Crying Jordan pretty much everywhere, from politics to someone finding out they just lost American Idol to you name it. Michael Jordan's teared up face of his Hall of Fame speech, which is supposed to be some transcendent magical moment for him in his career, is just a forever internet meme at this point.
And do you think Michael Jordan hates that, right? Like, he has to live his life on the internet, always seeing him crying. I mean, like you said, it even crosses other sports, right? So for football, I know people Photoshop like Cam Newton's face into the crying Jordan. And, you know, anytime that somebody loses, right, like the Super Bowl or a World Series, they're crying Jordan. And so now Michael Jordan has to forever live with seeing his face posted around, being synonymous with failure, basically.
Let's see some other good ones. We have Yao Ming, one of the OG memes of the internet. Yao Ming's kind of like scrunched up, weird, awkward face, just like, I even forget the context of this meme. Like, maybe it's just been so long in internet years for me. You know, a 24-hour news cycle, how fast the internet moves. Like, I've almost forgot about Yao Ming being a meme for the longest time.
Yeah, so I haven't seen the Yao Ming meme in a while, but back when memes were first getting started, that was one of the funniest things, right? Or one of the most popular for sure is everything. You had the Yao Ming sort of face, and they even made like a cartoon version of it. So you could stick the cartoon version like and overlap that on the videos and pictures and other sort of types of like social media posts. And so Yao Ming, I don't remember either what the context was of that. He just looked like he was laughing, and so everybody started just taking that and posting it all over the internet.
Give me another couple of your favorites, man.
All right. So some of my favorites are the Kobe memes, especially the one where, I don't know if you've seen it, but he's sort of overlooking the crowd and he's the only one looking in that direction, right? Everybody else is off paying attention, like doing something else. and Kobe's right there. And so, they have him sticking out of like when you hear somebody, talking crap behind your back, or all kinds of different scenarios that you could apply that to. So that's one of my favorites. I'm trying to think of some other really good ones. James.
Yeah. I was just going to say another good Kobe meme too is just back when NBA memes were first started getting going. You remember just like the Kobe's refusal to pass memes that were floating around? Like,
oh, yeah. And I still see them, right? Or anytime somebody's taking a shot. Like, I remember he was working, I want to say it was with Jason Tatum actually this summer. And they had like a picture of like Jason Tatum and Kobe Bryant talking. And it was like basically the caption of like, why would you ever pass the ball? Just take the shot every time.
I think I remember that one well, and this reminds me as a Celtics fan knowing that Jason Tatum is working with Kobe, but it was like Kobe, Tatum to Kobe, but Paul Pierce says I should pass the ball more. Kobe, well, how many rings does Paul have?
yeah, exactly.
That one hurt a little bit. That hurt.
I mean, hey, it's the truth. Rings don't lie.
You were saying about LeBron?
Yeah, LeBron James, especially after like the J.R. Smith sort of mess up, right? Where J.R. thought that they had the game in the bag. So he just goes and grabs the rebound and sits there with the ball, right, as time expires. And LeBron is basically like, what the heck, right? Like, you can't see my arms moving, but LeBron throws him up to the side and is yelling at him, right? Because you had at least one more opportunity. It might not have gone in, right? But you could shoot a three or even a layup, I think would have got them at least a tie, if not won the game for them. And so that's another one of my favorites.
I love that one too, because you could Photoshop LeBron in any context, just like, what is this? What did you do? Like his immediate face, his reaction in that moment. And, J.R. Smith is a meme prior to even that moment. Just hi, J.R. Smith has been a trending internet meme for the longest time too, because I'm pretty sure that JR's on more than just Hennessy half the time.
Oh, yeah. He's got to be and even if he's not actually high, I think JR is synonymous with being high on the internet. So everybody posts like J.R. Smith is smoking weed, right? And coming playing basketball high, which may be totally untrue, right? I don't know if J.R. Smith smokes weed. He just looks like he's high. And then he does stuff like gets a rebound when your team needs to put up a shot with the last 5 seconds, and you just sit there with the ball. But
LeBron has a couple more too. So LeBron's hairline is a meme itself. The greatest comeback in sports, LeBron's hairline just coming slowly back. And then that one that's trending right now of him like lifting up his headband, since he brought that back for a couple of games, and just you see the front of his hair just kind of leaking off almost as if it was painted on.
And so what I don't get with this, and maybe I just don't know about like hair surgery and replacement and all that, but I'm like, LeBron, you're a billionaire, right? Or well, almost, hundreds of millions. You would think that he could get good like hair surgery, implants, whatever it is, some type of procedure to make his hair grow back with that kind of money.
Just shave it, dude. I made this conviction in my life. If I do hit the point where I start just seeing this hairline slowly start receding back, it's gone. I just don't think I could realistically do this, the hair on the side of my head kind of thing, the toilet bowl look, as they call it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might just have to go full cholo and start like going Bam Bam Bigelow, start like tattooing like some flames and stuff on there. Maybe the
Chuck, good look for you.
The Chuck Liddell, maybe get some like Chinese symbols on here.
Oh yeah, right on the side, sort of like where sideburns sort of start to move backwards.
Yeah. That's another one. Of course, LeBron's another infamous one is him like full tears. I believe this was in the cramp game in the NBA Finals. I think we've all seen this. Anytime LeBron's like somewhat seem to be whining or complaining about a call, people will Photoshop this anywhere on him.
Mm-hmm.
I think when you talk about crying Jordan, Michael Jordan has been hoping that this meme would supplant him for the longest time. I'm not quite there yet. In the same way, LeBron has supplanted Michael Jordan in actual playing the game.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. That's a funny meme. I think another one, right, that's sort of moving on to a different sport, though, would be John Cena is another one of my favorite athletes, right? Like if you consider WWE wrestlers athletes, John Cena has been in a ton of them, especially the like you can't see me stuff, right?
Oh my God, John Cena, 2016, the John Cena memes. Those were my favorite memes of 2016. Those got me through that year. I would have not graduated college if it wasn't for John Cena memes. They just gave me that little extra push to get up in the day, that I can open up a random Facebook video and just out of nowhere, do 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 do, do do do.
I know, yeah. Stuff like, and there's only one man that can save the world, and his name is John Cena.
Were you ever in like points where you'd be so invested in a video, like you legit didn't think it was a John Cena meme? You were caught up in the story. You're like, man, this is one of my favorite scenes in a movie and a TV show and whatnot. And then as it's making a turn, do 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 do.
Yeah, no, I remember like clearly, and there'd be times where I'd be like watching the video completely on loud, and I'd be like, oh, this is actually like pretty good. This is interesting, right? Maybe it's a new show that's out, or a show that I'd never seen before, and I'm like, oh, this seems great. And then, yeah, John Cena out of nowhere, right?
God. And you know, the funny thing about that too is like it all dates back to this one radio recording where they just were prank calling this poor woman, and she just had enough of her day. They were so creative about it. If you haven't watched that the original surprise Cena prank call, do yourself a favor. It's one of the best videos on the internet like today.
Oh yeah, no, and even if like there's not necessarily a video that goes with it, right? Like it's just the audio of this phone call. It's like a morning show that prank calls this mom that doesn't like the WWE at all in her house, and it's hilarious by far. One of my favorite prank phone calls that I've ever heard.
There will be no more wrestling in this house ever. You hear me? Stop it. Leave me alone. Leave Brittany alone. Speaking of memes.
Yeah.
Dude. Memes are what bind us together, but so often in life, we do forget there is a person behind that meme. Every meme has a story. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time.
I swear to Jesus, if this is those wrestling again.
Okay, good morning. Hi, I'm just calling this morning to ask if you're a supporter of the United States military.
Oh, my God, I apologize. We've been getting calls all morning. I apologize, and yes.
Fantastic.
Yes, I am.
Great. Are you a supporter of the Marine Corps?
Yes, absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely.
Great, because a former decorated member of the United States Marine Corps needs your support.
And his name is John Cena! He's gonna get in the ring and put boots to asses this
Are you
weekend.
kidding me right now?
WWE
Are you kidding me right now? I can't even handle this. I cannot handle this.
Available right now at a low price of only $39.99.
I can't believe you're still calling me. I'm about to lose my shit.